guys for allowing me to give you a word today. So obviously, I went to Oberlin basically my whole life since second grade. I was an eighth grader before, like you guys, so I've been in your shoes. I've been where you're at right now with all the everything, the low numbers, whatever the case may be. So I've been in your shoes. I know how it is. So I'm here to tell you guys about my story, lessons that you can learn, and a little bit about commitment that I learned along the way. So I'm gonna introduce myself. I'm a 2020 graduate. So I've only played high school football for 2 years. The reasons why is because I was academically ineligible. My freshman year, sophomore year, I had a 0.53 GPA. I didn't even have a 1. So I was not eligible to play sports at all, not football. I did do basketball because that was what I loved most, but I don't know, I didn't have the grades. So, but junior, senior year, I was a 2-year starter. So senior year hits, I want to go to college. But obviously my GPA was a 0.9, and you need to, academics come first. And so I needed to get a 2.2 GPA to even get into school and then to be academically eligible for the NCAA. So it was a grind. I was in the hole. I was trying to dig myself out. And thankfully, thank God, I did get myself out. So I was ready to commit to a school. I done went on visits. I was getting recruited. COVID happens. School shuts down completely. So the only offer that I had to go play ball, I couldn't go no more because the school shut down. Thankfully, another school started to recruit me because of the coach that was recruiting me before put a word out. So boom, I get that opportunity. I go to Glenville State University. It's a university now. And it's in West Virginia, in the middle of nowhere. Didn't visit the campus, didn't know much about it. I just took a chance because they took a chance on me. So I committed there. I get there, COVID happens, we have a COVID season. And so I was a starter off the bat freshman year. We played 4 games, so I played all 4 games. Second year rolls around, which is still technically my first year. I started majority of the games. Adversity hit me like kind of towards the end of the season where I ended up not being the starter no more. I worked to get my spot back, but started most of the games. Third year come around, the end of the season happens. I decided to enter the transfer portal, take a chance on myself because my dream is to play Division I football. So I entered the transfer portal. I didn't get what I was looking for, but I did get a great opportunity. And Edinburgh University decided to give me an offer. I had other schools, but I liked Edinburgh and I liked what they were talking. So I go there. I have my breakout season, and that set me up for the next season where I had another great season. I earned all conference honors. I was deemed one of the best tight ends in all of the conference. And I ended up playing basketball as well. So my football success and my character led me to play basketball. So I ended up being a 2-sport athlete where throughout the Edinburgh community, people looked up to me and they saw me as a positive figure. Okay? So everything wraps up at Edinburgh. I'm still Division II. I get all conference, so I got some buzz now. So like I said, my goal was to play Division I football, so I entered the transfer portal again. So I had a few D1 schools hit me up because of my success, and ultimately I decided to choose Kent State. And that in itself was very humbling because of my success that I had on the field before. I'm walking into this thinking like any other time, I'm gonna outwork whoever's in front of me, I'm gonna get my spot, I'm gonna earn my spot. And that didn't happen. I fell short of that. So I ended up playing 4 games at Kent State. And I used my red shirt because I wanted to save my years because I feel like I was better than 4 games, right? So right now I'm in the transfer portal trying to get back to that Division I level. I'm talking to a few schools right now, so we just gotta wait and see till I graduate in May. Okay. So let me tell you about Division I. It's a great experience. They feed you. They give you all your clothes, shoes, anything that you want. The resources is insane. You get whatever you need, whatever you want, they're there for you. Plane rides, bus trips, hotel trips, everything that you could dream of is there, and it's honestly what I dreamed of. So, you know, the lessons that I learned around my journey is that for you guys, the 8th graders, it starts now, man. Like, don't wait until junior year or senior year and be like, oh, this is something that I want to do. Everything you do now will impact your life later on. So that means academically, take care of your schoolwork. Athletically, get to the weight room, take the training serious, be consistent. Consistency is key. If you be consistent, you will see your work. If you don't be consistent, then you will see spurts where you're like, oh, I could be really good. Or I could be really good, and then you see them times where it's like, ah, man, I'm lacking. So be consistent with your work in school and out of school. And another lesson that I learned is don't let anyone tell you you can't do something. Like I said, I was an Oberlin kid. I went to school here, and they'll say, oh, Oberlin's too small. Oh, you can't get recruited in Oberlin, or you're not fast enough, or you're too short. If you put the work in and you're consistent and you're motivated and you're disciplined, there's nothing that you can't do, and I'm living proof of that. Like, not to toot my own horn, but like, this is something that I really worked for. And out of all my peers, like, yeah, there were some that wanted it, but they didn't want it as bad as me. And although I tried to get them on my level, you know, like Coach said, sometimes you gotta leave those friends behind so you can get forward. And yeah, so like I said, like if you put the work in and you're a great kid on and off the field, you will get recruited. Schools will find you, so don't let the small school, you know, scare you away. And so some things about commitment that I think is important is your character. So every school that I've been to, I've been loved by the coaches, by the students, by the staff. I was able to build a relationship with these people that helped me get to doors that I never thought would be open because of my character. I'm true to myself, and you know, I'm true, like I don't know, I don't fake nothing. I am who I am, and people kind of gravitate towards that. So your character goes a long way. Be you, and be you when people are watching and when they're not watching, because that's what character is about. Being a good teammate. So me, I was a hothead freshman year of high school. I wasn't really the greatest teammate. I would scream at players on the field, and that's not good. Yes, I was competitive. I had an edge to me. I wanted people to perform like me, but at the end of the day, not every teammate responds well to hard criticism or harsh criticism. So you have to be a good teammate. You have to learn your team and learn what they react to well and what they don't. And that'll go so far as your team, because once you realize that as a leader, your team will go up. And once I realized that my senior year, we ended up winning the conference championship. And I feel like I led us because I was being a good teammate. Another thing is accountability. Accountability within yourself, your teammates, and your coaches. You have to hold everyone accountable at all times. I learned that because when I hold my player accountable, that means another person gonna hold him accountable. And they're gonna hold me accountable. That's gonna make me push harder, because I don't wanna be someone they can't believe in or, you know, put their arm on when times get hard. So accountability is key, guys. Growth to me is very, very important. Like I said, I was a bad teammate. I had a bad GPA. I was a bad student. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you, but every year I took a lesson and I learned from it, and I just grew. And as I grew, I became better at everything that I've done, and I was able to apply it to real life. So yeah, and then adversity, man. Look, on this journey that you guys are going through, adversity will hit you like no other. It will hit you until you can't get back up no more. But as long as you get back up and keep going, there's nothing in your way that will stop you. You just gotta take those punches and get back up like nothing ever happened, and go take some more punches, because they're gonna come. But as long as you keep growing and you learning from those punches, man, it's nothing that you can't figure out and move forward, and that's basically success, man. So listen, guys, I'm happy to see you guys here. I look forward to seeing you guys throughout this. You know, some of you guys I watched grow up, and so I'm glad you guys are doing it here early, because it all starts now. And I'll be around when I can, because like I said, I got 1 year left of football, so I'll be around to give you all my tips and tricks and training and all of that. And when I am coaching, it's not going to be no buddy, hee, ha, ha. Like I said, this means a lot to me, and it means a lot to y'all, and y'all here. So when I'm here, I'm going to be hard on y'all, because I want to see y'all do the same thing, but better than what I did, and learn y'all lessons now, so y'all don't have to learn them early on in life. All right, I got that? Thank you, guys. Yes,